Top 7 cars under $1 million, that will be a great choice not only for beginners but for experienced players as well on GTA5 Grand RP server. On a place number 7 we have RX-7, which used to be Mazda RX-7, but then changed its name, and just in case I'm not gonna try to pronounce it. Anyway, the state value is 450,000 and it's one of the best cars for this money. It has relatively big trunk with 18 cells, fine handling and acceleration, and a pretty good speed. Full upgraded with medium engine and premium fuel, it has average speed of 320 km per hour. It also looks cool and has a pretty unique feature, right wheel. Yeah, it takes some time to get used to it. To be honest, I would have placed RX-7 higher, but from my experience, other cars in this list are more popular and therefore are much more easier to sell for a good money. Next we have a Gauntlet Hellfire for $340,000. It has a standard trunk with 12 cells, pretty bad handling and acceleration, but the speed is actually fine. Full upgraded without pro parts but with premium fuel, it showed average speed of 280 km per hour, which makes it one of the slowest cars in this list. But it's a muscle car, so it looks awesome, sounds awesome, and you can do this. That's why it's in the list, and many people are actually buying this specific car, so if you will get tired of it, you will easily sell it. We have two such cars for family members in our garage, and family is like a clan on Grand RP. If you wanna join it, use my referral link in the description, then register on a second English server, fill all the data, press registration, download and install the client, and yes, it's only available for PC, and you need to have a licensed copy of GTA5. Anyway, then create a character and you will find yourself in a hotel. So just find an elevator and go to the lobby. There you will see only NPC lady, Olivia Johnson. Talk to her, choose I want to reunite with a family, search for PvP cat and then join. This will allow you to use a family house as a spawning location and also a family garage full of different cars. By the way, I decided to not include cheaper cars in the list, even though there are some great options like Xeon Classic, M5 E34 or these benefactor bands. Or even search for players who want to use a cheap electric car with autopilot. But I still decided to not include anything cheaper than $300,000, because instead of buying something for $100,000, it's better to use family cars or one of that cars that players are getting after completing beginner's quest. And yes, it's not forever, it's rented for 7 days, but that's enough time to earn some money and purchase more expensive car. For example, the car that we have on a 5th place, it's Kamacho for $350,000. This car is in the list because it has a huge trunk with 30 cells. It's a maximum amount of a trunk space. Kamacho is obviously a great choice for grinders who need to store materials somewhere, plus it's awesome for off-road and it has a relatively good handling. And as for speed, it's actually faster than it looks. I was testing full upgraded Kamacho with premium fuel but without pro parts, because I usually don't install pro parts on a cars cheaper than $400,000. But anyway, on a highway it showed an average speed of 235 km per hour, which is not that bad. I mean, it's not great as well, but no one really expects a car that looks like this and costs only $350,000 to go extremely fast. Another great thing about Kamacho is how easy it is to sell it for good money. Players are buying it because of a trunk space, families are buying it for family members, and so on. On a 4th place we have Obey A8 for $750,000. It has 18 cells in a trunk, which is more than enough, relatively good handling, acceleration and speed, fully upgraded with medium engine and premium fuel. It showed an average speed of 320 km per hour. Not the fastest car for such money, but it looks stylish. It has awesome look and that's why many people are buying it. It's a classic Audi, it looks prestigious, and also it's a 4-seater, which makes it a good choice for a family car. And again, from my experience, it's one of the easiest cars to sell. Only cars that are higher in this list can compete, and maybe M5 E60 that I was also planning to include in this list, but decided to include A8 instead, because it's cheaper and consumes less fuel. But don't worry, we obviously have a BMW in the list. But not yet, because on the 3rd place we have Jester Classic. Really stylish 2-seater for $499,000 and 90 $300. It has a good trunk for such car with 18 cells, great handling, I mean this car is made for street racing and it looks cool and sounds cool. Plus you can buy different liveries for this car for only $75,000, but be careful, it's not really increasing the price for which you will sell this car later on practice. As for speed, it's not the fastest car, but it's fast enough. Full upgraded with medium engine and premium fuel, it showed average speed of 312 kilometers per hour. And yeah, you will have no problems when you will decide to sell Jester Classic, because a lot of players are trying to purchase this car specifically. Quite often you will see advertisement on Life Invader that someone is trying to purchase this car. But the car that we have on the second place is even more popular, simply because it's BMW. I mean, all BMWs are really popular and really easy to sell. But among beginners, this one is probably the most popular. I'm talking about BMW M3 E46. I'm sorry, Ubermacht M3 E46. State value is $380,000 and it's an awesome choice for such money. Pretty standard trunk with 12 cells, but it has awesome handling, acceleration and speed. Full upgraded with premium fuel, but again without any pro parts. It has an average speed of 300 kilometers per hour. With medium engine it will be even faster, but still the main reason why players, including me, are buying this specific car is how it looks. It looks awesome. I mean, it's a classic BMW, and I also like that it's a two-seater, because with four-seaters I quite often open the wrong door and just losing some time because of it. Anyway, as I already mentioned, you will have no problems when decide to sell Ubermacht M3 E46. Or maybe you will decide to keep it for collection. And actually, as for our next car, you will almost definitely decide to keep it for collection, because it's a good car even for high levels. Even when you will have a lot of money, you still will be probably using it time to time, because it's a really fast car with an awesome acceleration. I'm talking about Sultan Classic that we have on the first place. State value is $758,000, but for another $114,000 you can purchase pretty cool liveries for this car, which will make it look more unique. Trunk is pretty standard with 12 cells, but the best thing about this car is how good it is for street racing. I mean, acceleration and handling are just awesome. And as for speed, full upgraded with medium engine and premium fuel, it showed average speed of 345 kilometers per hour. I need to mention that unlike with other cars in today's tests, for Sultan Classic I used Pro suspension, transmission and brakes as well, but still it's the fastest of them all. And yeah, Sultan Classic is really popular, so buying or selling it will not be a problem at all. And obviously to buy it you will need money, and if you want to make some money, I suggest you to go and check the video that you can see on your screen now. It's about the best jobs for beginners on GTA5 Grand RP server. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay safe, stay healthy, goodbye.